आपका फोन से हो रहा है क्या? क्या हो रहा है ये? हरे कृष्णा, हरि बोल, हरे कृष्णा या हरे कृष्णा या अभी लाइव लिंक चालू है। ये कुछ आवाज आ रही है, झुंग 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 झुंग।
हमिंग हमिंग आ रहा है, हमिंग।
नहीं इसमें नहीं। आप निकालो इसको, आपने क्या किया?
हेलो हेलो, हरे कृष्णा।
यहाँ आ रहा है। हरे कृष्णा, हरि बोल। मनीषा, can you take this and see whether the volume is coming proper outside? Here. Yeah. Open that link. Yeah. हरि बोल, हरि बोल। वॉल्यूम ठीक है? इसको थोड़ा सेट करो वॉल्यूम को, सब माइक।
हेलो,
आपका बोलिए माइक।
हेलो हेलो।
नहीं, इसका आवाज नहीं है।
हेलो हेलो।
1 नंबर माइक।
हेलो। हाँ किया ना, ऊपर ही वो नीचे नीचे आ रहा है वो स्टैंड।
थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे करो ना।
नहीं, अपने आप वो नीचे नीचे आ रहा है। हेलो हेलो हेलो।
इसको सही करो, टाइट करो, थोड़ा ऊपर करो।
ठीक।
खोलो पहले, खोलो थोड़ा ऊपर करो उसको। हाँ ऐसे खोल के थोड़ा ऊपर करो, पहले ऊपर करिए शाम।
नहीं ठीक है, यहाँ ऐसा ठीक है, इतना ठीक है।
ठीक है, अभी टाइट करो पूरा यहीं पे। हाँ। नहीं, हाँ ठीक।
अभी नीचे
नहीं, अगर आप थोड़ा ऊपर रखेंगे तो नीचे आएगा।
हाँ
हटो एक मिनट। हाँ अच्छा, वो प्लेट है उसके ऊपर, ठीक है।
वापस थोड़ा धीरे 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 नीचे आता है। हेलो।
उसके ऊपर कुछ रखना पड़ेगा। हरे कृष्णा।
हेलो
तो थोड़ा
हेलो।
सही करो, इसके ऊपर कुछ रखो, वजन रखो, कुछ ले आओ ना।
अच्छा ठीक है, ऐसा रखो। हेलो हेलो हेलो। हाँ इसलिए
नहीं,
ऐसा करो। जैसा था वैसा ही रखो। इतना तो मेरे को चाहिए ना, मैं इसे
नहीं नहीं नहीं, आप आगे करिए ना, आगे करो ना उसको, आगे करो, कोई बात नहीं, हम रखते हैं उसको।
बस। हाँ ठीक है।
एक मिनट रख देंगे उसको।
हाँ फिर क्या,
एक मिनट सबर करिए शाम।
बिल्कुल।
हरि बोल।
हेलो
हरे
हेलो
कृष्णा या
हेलो।
ज़्यादा चाहिए ना इधर आवाज़? हाँ ये ठीक है आवाज़। हरे कृष्णा या उधर आवाज़ आपके? नहीं, वो देखेंगे, वो खुद सेट करेंगे, आप करो।
हेलो हेलो चेक।
इनका आवाज़ कम है,
हेलो
इनका आवाज़
हेलो
थोड़ा बढ़ाइए।
हेलो चेक। हेलो हेलो
हाँ 1।
हेलो 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 चेक। हेलो हेलो
हाँ
हेलो
ये ठीक है,
हेलो
अब
चेक।
ठीक है।
हेलो।
तबला
तबला देखो, तबला।
अभी तबला परफेक्ट। हाँ
हमिंग आ रहा है, हमिंग। नहीं मालूम नहीं।
आप देखो किसमें से आ रहा है। वो 2-3 अगर एक एक करके बंद करके देखोगे ना।
हेलो हेलो चेक हेलो हेलो
बंद है।
हेलो
हमिंग बंद हुआ। अभी वो आ रहा है, फिर से आ रहा है। अब बढ़ गया। नो तबला नाउ। मनीषा चेक तबला।
इसका तबले का बढ़ाने का है, थोड़ा थोड़ा बढ़ा। हेलो हेलो जी हेलो। मॉर्निंग मॉर्निंग बात है ना, जय राधा माधव। अभी कैसा है तबला? हाँ पूरा चेक कर लेते, एक बार गा के पूरा गा के चेक कर लेते। हाँ जी ठीक है।
आप गाइए, मैं रिपीट करता हूँ।
हाँ
सब पता पड़ जाएगा।
ठीक है
ना?
हेलो। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी,
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी,
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ,
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ,
जय गिरिवर धारी, जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी,
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। Do it.
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन,
यशोदानंदन ब्रज रंजन,
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन,
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन,
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन,
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीर वनचारी, जय राधा माधव
जय कुंज बिहारी। थोड़ा बढ़ा दीजिए। जय राधा माधव
जय कुंज बिहारी,
जय राधा माधव
जय कुंज बिहारी,
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ,
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय No, but like she usually speaks really loud anyways. In YouTube it's fine. I watched the whole thing. And there's just 10-second delay, which is normal in YouTube, but it's perfect. Yeah, this is good also, and now it's echoing also, so it's good enough.
जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यमुना तीर वनचारी
यमुना तीर वनचारी
जय कुंज बिहारी
जय कुंज बिहारी. Papa, yeah, I'm echoing also. It's fine. No, it's good. I look like a sadhu here. Good. White ribbon. No. Why you want it dark? Take my blessings.
Background we don't want more. We want the face. Put on the light. Yeah, put on the light. No. Now you will see this will be better. Ashirwad there, yeah.
Yes. किसको चाहिए? Allah. Yashodanandana. And he's going to sit here.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Lord is going to sit here, so the Lord is more prominent here now, in front. It's fine, you can be here perfect.
It's good. This is natural color. Be natural.
हाँ जी करेक्ट है
हाँ, background सही है. ओके, मैं उठूँ अभी.
चलो खाइए आराम से। ये है ना क्यों ये आधा है कैसा कर छोटा स्टैंड हो तो देखो छोटा
मीन्स सही है लेकिन नहीं, इट्स ओके लेकिन
अच्छा लगेगा
अच्छा
हाँ
नहीं चलेगा. सर ने भी देख लिया. लेट्स आस्क हिम इफ ही वांट्स. नीचे नहीं जाएगा, अभी उनकी सेटिंग हो गई है.
हाँ
नहीं, चेंज नहीं होती इसकी हाइट.
नहीं हाइट इतनी रहेंगी इसकी
देखो विष्णु,
हाँ 2 नंबर है. ये छोटा स्टैंड देखो ना फिर.
Because the stand, the height won't change.
छोटा स्टैंड है तो ठीक है.
अगर हम इसको हाँ इधर ऐसे लेंगे हाँ फिट ही नहीं आएगा.
ऐसा जाएगा ये वो बाहर चले जाएगा ना फिर ये.
ये सेम हाइट है.
सब
No, but
हाँ
it's
भैया वो लगा.
the stick. See, it's smaller, but
उठा लो उठा लो.
this one, what does this one not show?
वो भी दिखेगा. नहीं एक मिनट इसको लगाने दो बाद में देखते हैं. ये इसको ये ढीला है पूरा. ये टूट गया है. ये टूटा हुआ है इसलिए वो नहीं लगाया. अरे यार चेंज करते हैं. हेलो वोकलचा 1 नंबर. हॅलो 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 कमी झालं. हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण. गुड. देखो अभी यहाँ तक ही रखो बस. ज़्यादा ऊपर मत करो. नहीं हेलो ऐसा हम ही गए. नहीं तो खोलना खुलूस नहीं देना. स्वागतम कृष्ण। स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरण स्वागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा।
कल है ना बाजार से ले लेना, आपको एस्टोरिया के सामने ही है वो दुकान है लेफ्ट में।
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनाती मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरहर करुणा सागर जय गोवर्धन धारी जय गोवर्धन धारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare.
पंढरीपुरवासिने
पांडुरंग प्रकाशाय
विठलाय नमो नमः मरुत्पुत्राय कवये भीमाय भयहारिणे श्रीमदानन्दतीर्थाय प्रख्याताय नमो नमः शिवतनय वरिष्ठं सर्वकल्याणमूर्तिं परशुरामहस्तं शोभितं मोदकेन अरुणकुसुममाला व्याललम्बोदरं तं मम हृदयनिवासं श्रीगणेशं नमामि कृष्णव्रता कृष्णमनुस्मरन्तः रात्रौ च कृष्णं पुनरुत्थिताय ते कृष्णदेहा प्रविशन्ति कृष्णम् आज्यं यथा मन्त्रहुतं हुताशे बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनूमत्स्मरणात् भवेत् चित्रैपदैश्च गम्भीरै वाक्यमानैरखण्डितै गुरुभावं व्यञ्जयन्ति भाति श्रीजयतीर्थवाक् प्रणमत्कामधेनुं च भजत्सुरतरूपमं श्रीभावबोधकृत्पाद चिन्तामणिमुपास्महे पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे
ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती हयग्रीव हयग्रीव हयग्रीवेति यो वदेत् तस्य विसरते वाणी जह्नुकन्या प्रवाहवत् राकाचन्द्रसमानकान्तिवदना नाकाधिराजस्तुता मूकानामपि कुर्वती सुरधुनी नीकाश वाक्वैभवं श्रीकाञ्चीनगरी विहाररसिका शोकापहन्त्री सताम् एका पुण्यपरम्परा पशुपते आकारिणी राजते सत्यं विधातुं निजवृत्त्यभाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु चात्मनः अदृश्यत अत्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषं नरसिंह न मृगं न मानुषम्
अभी नहीं आएगा। एवढंच आहे प्रश्न. एवढंच आहे. ओके. हां ठीक. आणि एवढं बस हो गया. हो गया. नहीं नहीं अम्मा को माइक का अभी नहीं.
My humble obeisance to the Lord of Vrindavan and Guruvayur, Shri Krishna, to Sri Rama, the Lord of Ayodhya, to Ma Lakshmi, Ma Saraswati and Ma Sita, to Mahadeva and Ma Kali, to Siddhi Vinayakji Maharaj and Subramanya Swami, to the exemplary devotee Shri Hanumanji, and to all the devotees of Krishna who are listening to the Bhagavatam and who are in the Katha here. By the grace of the Lord, we start Srimad Bhagavad Katha and its highlights with the tradition prayer we chant together. There are 5 shlokas. The first 4 are taken from the Padma Purana. And in simple words, they mean, O Master of Compassion, I am drowned in this world of sorrow. I am drowned in this world of sorrow and have taken on this form because of my karma. Save me, resurrect me. Srimad Bhagavata is Lord Krishna himself, and I have accepted because of my love for liberation from the lower self. Srimad Bhagavata is being requested to fulfill all our righteous desires. May there be no obstacles in our way. May the learned exposition of the speaker remove the darkness of our ignorance and light the lamp of wisdom. The 5th shloka is from the Bhagavatam itself. All of us know there's always a tussle between the head and the heart. There was a hyper-educated Prime Minister of Sri Krishna called Uddhava. He was knowledgeable, he had wisdom, he had multiple qualities of a scholar, but he had to become humble. The Lord sent him to the cowherdesses of Vrindavan. He came back a different person and said, Master, I don't bow down to Vrindavan, I don't bow down to the gopis of Vrindavan, I don't bow down to the feet of the gopis of Vrindavan, I bow down to the dust of the feet of the gopis of Vrindavan who have purified the 3 worlds with the name of the Lord. All of you are familiar with these shlokas. If you're not aware of Sanskrit, please remember, you have to keep your mouth wide open when you chant Sanskrit. Don't anglicize Sanskrit. Samsara sagare magnam
संसारसागरे मग्नं
deenam mam
दीनामां
karunanidhe
करुणानिधे
karmamoha grihitangam
गृहीताङ्गं
mamuddhara
मामुद्धर
bhavarnavat
भवानवा
Srimad
श्रीमद्
Bhagavatakyoyam
भागवताख्योऽयं
Pratyaksha
प्रत्यक्ष
Krishna eva hi
कृष्णेव हि
Svikrutosi
स्वीकृतोऽसि
Mayanath
मया नाथ
Muktyartham
मुक्त्यर्थं
Bhavasagare
भवसागरे
Manoratho
मनोरथो
Madiyoyam
मदीयोऽयं
Safala
सफलः
Sarvathatvaya
सर्वथा त्वया
Nirvignenaiva
निर्विघ्नेनैव
Kartavyo
कर्तव्यो
Dasoham
दासोऽहं
Tava Keshava
तव केशवा
Shukarupa
शुकरूपा
Prabodhagnya
प्रबोधज्ञ
Sarvashastra
सर्वशास्त्र
Visharada
विशारदा
Etat Katha
एतत्तथा
Prakashena
प्रकाशेन
Madajnanam
मदज्ञानं
Vinashaya
विनाशया
Vande
वन्दे
Nandavrajastreenam
नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणां
Padarenum
पादरेण
Abhikshnashah
अभिज्ञशः
Yasam
यासां
Harikatodgitam
हरिकथोद्गीतं
Punati
पुनाति
Bhuvanatrayam
भुवनत्रयं
Vande
वन्दे
Nandavrajastreenam
नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणां
Padarenum
पादरेण
Abhikshnashah
अभिज्ञशः
Yasam
यासां
Harikathodgitam
हरिकथोद्गीतं
Punati
पुनाति
Bhuvanatrayam.
भुवनत्रयम्
By the grace of the Lord, on your behalf, on my own, we are first thankful to Radha Krishna for giving us this opportunity to do the Bhagavatam here. Give the Lord a big hand, please. Again, on your behalf, on my own,
My father's soul, we are praying. Govindra Madhwani. Govindra Madhwani.
I'm thankful to Mahesh Bhai and Rashmi ji for inviting me to the Bhagavatam here and offer it to Krishna in the holy memory of his father, Shri Govindramji Advani. Please pray for his soul. I'm sure he's happy. There is no doubt about it. Against all odds, the katha had to take place here. That itself shows the Pitras wanted it. The Pitras come next to the gods. I hope you understand. We can propitiate the gods. When we propitiate the Pitras, they can do anything for us. And they will do. Once they are pleased, the sky is the limit. Please pray for his soul. Pray for all the departed ones whom you remember in your family, among your family friends also. Please pray for those who are affected by this virus. Tapatraya, says the Bhagavata. There are so many tapas in the world. And only Krishna can help us to bring us out of this turmoil, this trauma, this fear that is widespread. It's a global fear. I want you to pray for everyone. And naturally, when you pray for everyone, you're praying for yourself. May this family grow from strength to strength, joy to joy, prosperity to prosperity. And may they continue to do this noble work which they've undertaken. With this, we fall in tune with the divine and sing the Govinda Mudra Stotra. The cry of Draupadi in despair. Only his name save her.
गुरूणाम् अथ पाण्डवानां दुःशासनेन हृतवस्त्रकेशा कृष्णा तदा क्रोशदनन्यनाथा गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति.
What are the names that she calls out? everybody says we can't leave our jobs. Gopis were also workaholics, but they made their profit by singing the glory of the Lord and doing their work.
Vikretu kama kila gopakanya murari padar pita chitta vrittihi dadhyadikam mohavashar avocate Govinda damo dharmadhaveti Govinda damo dharmadhaveti Govinda damo dharmadhaveti Govinda damo dharmadhaveti Govinda damo dharmadhaveti.
Everybody can chant his name, many don't. That's the reason for their problems, that's the reason for their chinta, that's the reason for their depression. Vaktum samarthopi navarti kachit aho jananam vyasanabhimukhyam
Jikvepi basva Jikvepi basva Jikvepi basvamritam ye tadeva Govinda damo dharmadhaveti Govinda damo dharmadhaveti Govinda damo dharmadhaveti Govinda damo dharmadhaveti Govinda damo dharmadhaveti.
As I saw this beautiful picture on the wall, my heart said, let me start this katha with a bhajan on Shri Radha, which came to me. Whoever wants to go to Vrindavan has to apply to Mother Radha. She's the visa officer. Unless she gives you the permission, you can't enter Vrindavan. So this song came to me by His grace. Radhe Radhe Shyam Milade, Dukh ko hata de, Sukh ko bada de.
Radhe Radhe Shyam Milade, Radhe Radhe Shyam Milade, दुख को हटा दे सुख को बढ़ा दे मैया दुख को हटा दे सुख को बढ़ा दे ऐसे दिन दे दे ऐसी रातें दे दे ऐसे दिन दे दे ऐसी रातें दे दे राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे.
Clapping is acupressure. You'll feel happy. More smiles.
तेरे बिना तो ब्रज में एक पत्ता नहीं हिलता तेरे बिना तो ब्रज में एक
पत्ता नहीं हिलता
तेरे बिना सरोवर में कमल नहीं खिलता तेरे बिना
सरोवर में कमल नहीं खिलता
हमको वो ब्रज का निवास दे दे हमको वो ब्रज का निवास दे दे राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे. तेरे बिना कन्हैया तो मुरली ना बजाए तेरे बिना कन्हैया
तो मुरली ना बजाए
तेरे बिना कन्हैया तो रास ना रचाए
तेरे बिना कन्हैया तो रास न रचाए
हमको वो
रास की रात दे दे, हमको वो रास की रात दे दे। राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे, राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे। दुख को हटा दे, सुख को बढ़ा दे, मैया दुख को हटा दे, सुख को बढ़ा दे। ऐसे दिन दे दे, ऐसी रातें दे दे,
ऐसे दिन दे दे, ऐसी रातें दे दे।
राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे,
राधे राधे
श्याम मिला दे। कृष्ण प्रेम की जब से तू भई है दीवानी, कृष्ण प्रेम की जब से तू भई है दीवानी। श्याम तेरे पीछे पीछे आगे राधा रानी,
श्याम तेरे पीछे पीछे आगे राधा रानी।
आके हमरे सोए हुए भाग जगा दे, आके हमरे सोए हुए भाग जगा दे। राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे, राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे। दुख को हटा दे, सुख को बढ़ा दे, मैया दुख को हटा दे, सुख को बढ़ा दे। ऐसे दिन दे दे, ऐसी रातें दे दे, ऐसे दिन दे दे, ऐसी रातें दे दे। राधे राधे
श्याम मिला दे,
राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे, राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे। जय जय श्री राधे। Radha's cosmic energy, we raise our hands to invoke her. If you're sensitive, the tips of your fingers will tingle with bliss.
जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे।
By the grace of the Lord, we now plunge into this ocean of bliss called the Bhagavatam. 18,000 verses, and I can only give you the highlights of the highlights. Generally in India, it is a 3-hour, 3.5 hours Bhagavatam. Within 2 hours, it's almost like asking me to drink a sip of the ocean of nectar in a while. I can't do it, but whatever it is, a sip is enough. You don't need gallons of nectar. Bhagavata has an introduction called Mahatmya. Our sages knew that children will ask today, why should you read the Bhagavatam? Why should you listen to the Bhagavatam? What do you get out of it? Oh God, what are they doing, wasting our time for 7 days? We'd rather be wandering somewhere having a gala time. You can't have a gala time with this virus, so better be here. This is the anti-virus place, totally free from the Lord, because of the Lord's grace, free from the Lord's wrath. I have told my audience, the Lord's wrath and the Lord's mercy, both are insufferable. Uska gussa bhi aisa hai, uski daya bhi aisi hai. And when he spreads fear in the world, you can't bear it. Only he can. Bhayakrit, bhayanashanaha. That is the qualification of the Lord. He creates the fear, he removes the fear. Both are in his hands. So we want you to understand what his qualities are. And the Bhagavata gives in the introduction, Krishnam Narayanam Vande, Krishnam Vande Vrajapriyam, Krishnam Dvaipayanam Vande, Krishnam Vande Prithasutam. The word Krishna stands for different or various types of divinity. One is Lord Narayana himself, who is Krishna. The other is the Krishna who came to Vrindavan and made everybody happy. That is how the Lord was in Vrindavan, Vrajapriya Krishna. People always ask, what is Vraja? I say, when you feel the Lord in every cell of your body, every fiber of your body, that is Vrindavan. Vrindavan is not a place, Vrindavan is an experience, my dear listeners. One day I got a song, Patte Patte Me Radha. beautiful decoration that you see here, as we're walking in, I feel it was Vrindavan. Give the decorator and Bhai Sahib and Bhabhi here. Thank you. You should make things beautiful for people to understand the coming of the Lord. You have parties and decorations and weddings. एक दिन की कहानी है, सब भूल जाते हैं. But this Bhagvat you can't forget, because as you're bringing in the Lord, you know that the whole thing has been done for Krishna, by Krishna, of Krishna. पत्ते पत्ते में राधा, पत्ते पत्ते में राधा, और फूल फूल में श्याम.
पत्ते पत्ते
में
में
राधा और फूल फूल में श्याम. वही है व्रज की भूमि, वही है गोकुल धाम.
वही है ब्रज की भूमि,
वही है गोकुल धाम. पत्ते पत्ते में राधा. चंदा बनी है राधा तो चांदनी है श्याम. चंदा बनी है राधा तो चांदनी है श्याम. सूरज बनी है राधा तो रोशनी है श्याम. सूरज बनी है राधा तो रोशनी है श्याम. पत्ते पत्ते में राधा और फूल फूल में श्याम.
पत्ते पत्ते में राधा और फूल फूल में श्याम.
वही है व्रज की भूमि, वही है गोकुल धाम. कृष्णं वंदे व्रजप्रियं, कृष्णं द्वैपायनं वंदे. कृष्णं द्वैपायनं वंदे. He is the rishi who gave us the Bhagavatam. Krishnam vande pratha sutam. Krishnam vande pratha sutam. For me, the Bhagavad is not a lecture. It is not an exposition. So many years, so many decades I've been talking about the Lord. For me, it's experience. Krishna has come into Krishna Kripa. That is why I feel the presence of the Lord, and the devotees also are asked to feel it. I am not speaking. I am just the mic. The voice is Shukadeva's voice. Shukadeva's voice. I must tell you something, my dear listeners. 3 days back, I was invited by the Guruvayur temple to give a talk on the Bhagavatam. I chose Vatsalya Bhakti, mothers of the Lord in the Bhagavatam. And I had early morning darshan, very beautiful darshan of the Lord. I prayed for this program. I prayed for all of you. I prayed for the ashram and the world. And I returned. As we were coming back driving down to Madras, suddenly I got a phone call from Krishna Kumarji. All programs in Kerala have been cancelled after your program. I said, my God. I said, Krishna, you wanted to listen to Vatsalya Bhakti? Thank you, Swami. Thank you, I said. And in order to prove what I was saying, just next to the window of the car, a parrot was flying on the highway. Can you imagine? One single parrot. Shukadeva is there. There's no doubt about it. The moment you start the Bhagavatam, the Lord comes. The Lord is there. Feel His presence, and you'll see the difference in your life. How many years I have been speaking about the Bhagavatam. Krishnam vande prathasutam. Who is this Pratha? Pratha is Mother Kunti. I do the Mahabharata also, I've done it in Dubai for you. Pratha means Prathula Lochana, Kunti. She's got large eyes, and she's called Prathula Lochana Pratha. The Lord is now talking about his friend called Arjuna, who is Prathasuta. My father used to ask me questions. I have told you many times. I was the only child of my father. And he was a doctor of philosophy, Dr. Radhakrishnan, student. So all his questions were shot at me, and that too at lunchtime or dinner time. He's asking me, why is Krishna calling Arjuna as Partha? I said, oh yes, that sounds very intelligent question. And I had to give an intelligent answer. I said, Appa, we call in South India Father Appa. I said, Appa, when Arjuna's faith is faltering, the Lord is reminding him, you don't have your mother's unfaltering faith. Pritha Sutta. That's why he called Partha. Krishna's friend Arjuna is also known as Krishna. That is one of his 11 names. Sachitananda Rupaya. Children, you who are watching, who are listening, you may be asking, what are the qualifications of the Lord? What is the CV of the Lord? Sachitananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. I won't take the entire Mahatmya, but this words I have to highlight for you in the present day's context. Sachitananda Rupaya. You go to a movie and come out, you have a Panadol because you got a headache. You go to a wedding and come out, my God, what people, what vanity. You're not happy. Whether the wedded people are happy or not, it's a different question. But you are not happy. But after you go to see Srinathji, Balaji, you go to see Banke Bihari, nobody's unhappy. You come back with a beatific smile. Because you have seen bliss. You have seen bliss, Satchitananda Rupaya. Similarly, after listening to the Bhagavatam, I find your smiles are broadening. I wish you could see yourself in a selfie. All of you are smiling when you came. I have to make you smile. In spite of the multiple problems around me in ashram, I'm still smiling. My trustee must be wondering, Suril Bhai, how? But they're still unhappy. The most beautiful faces are looking grumpy. I feel very sad. I said, smile. The smile can make you lovelier than all the beauties of the world, but they don't smile as if it costs to smile. No, that is the problem. The problem is the mind. It's the mind, my dear listeners, the mind. Many people must be wondering, oh God, how did this woman come during this virus? No. Their mind must be thinking, I didn't come. Krishna called me, Mahesh Bhai and Rashmiji called me. That's why I came. Their mind was strong, my mind was strong, my musician's mind was strong, Ramu's mind was strong, and we are here. You understand? If the mind was weak, I would have said, no, please call it. You can call off anything, but not a Bhagavatam. Anything you can postpone. They brought a destination wedding from overseas to India. How? To Dubai. How did it happen? We don't know. All that can happen, but Bhagavatam cannot be called off. Srimad Bhagavadakyoyam Pratyaksha Krishna eva hi. Iski kasam bhai, iski kasam. He will see that it is successful. It doesn't matter how many people listen, how many people don't listen, doesn't matter. I have not come to get votes from you. I want bhaktas to listen, those who want to come and listen. I was telling a friend of mine who called it, Log nahi aayenge. I said, Ek Parikshit nahi, ek Shukdev ji ko suna, bas hai. It doesn't matter how many people come. The mind is important, my dear listeners. First, clean the mind. Wash, wash, wash. And how can you wash it? With nothing but the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is the only one that can wash the mind. God knows where it is in the body, we don't know. But it is the mind that makes you decide to do the Bhagavatam. Clap for that mind. In one moment, please call it off, call it off, call it off. Everybody thinks of cancelling only good things, not bad things. No. Please don't do that. Don't do that. It takes a lifetime to decide to get a Bhagavatam done. It's not money. It's not manpower. It is mind power, which makes you get the Bhagavatam done. So tapatraya, the first tapa is from the mind. Keep the mind steady. And who can keep the mind steady? Only He. Indriyanam Manaschasmi, the Lord says in the 10th chapter of the Gita, I am the mind, Arjuna, I am the mind. Submit the mind there. Everybody who reads the Gita asks me, how do you summarize the Bhagavad Gita, Ma? I say, mind the mind. That is the Gita. Minding the mind. That is all. Oh God, how it goes round and round and round everywhere. You must be wondering, my God, what are the people doing? What are they doing in India? What are they doing in US? What are they doing here? Doesn't matter. You are not the master of the world. There's a big master. Master. He is there. He is looking after. First, look after your mind, and the rest will follow. The rest will fall in place. The second is the tapa of nature. The third is the tapa of people and creatures around you. That's what is happening now. Don't touch anybody. Thank God the Namaste has become popular. Please clap. Thank Modi ji for it, because he made it popular. No? Everybody says Namaste now. To defend themselves, not for bowing down to anybody. I hope you understand what's the meaning of namaste. The heart here is bowing down to the Paramatma in your heart. That is the meaning of namaste. That is the inner meaning. आप उस परमात्मा को प्रणाम कर रहे हैं जो आपका अंतर्यामी है, उसको नमस्ते बोलते हैं, not to the figure. I always say, I am a cardboard box. The diamond necklace is inside. Please remember, people are bowing down to the diamond necklace, not to the cardboard box. That is the namaste. Please remember that tapatre vinashaya. The Lord will do it. The Lord is the one who removes all our tapas. Please talk to him. How many stupid messages we send and more stupid messages we receive. Please send an SMS to him. Talk to him. He is the one who replies. He has 100,000 messengers and you'll get the reply. If you don't get the reply, don't come for my next Bhagavatam. I challenge you. He gives you the reply. Kahin na kahin, koi na koi aapse baat karega and you'll get the answer to your question because he has got the capacity to communicate to you. Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. Who is the giver of the Bhagavatam for us? Is a young person called Shukadeva. Shukadeva has the face of a parrot, got the capacity of a parrot to repeat what it has learned. He's got the sweetness of a parrot to communicate what his father taught him. Shukadeva didn't even have his janoi, his sacred thread ceremony. Before that, he started walking into the forest. His father called him, "Come, my son." Vyasa calls him, "Come, my son, come." No, he won't come back because the trees are answering this question. Your son has gone to spread the name of the Lord. He won't come back. Yam pravrajantam anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano virahakatar ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo vineduhu tam sarva bhuta hridayam munimanatosmi. We learn a lot from the Bhagavatam. We speakers also learn. What have we to learn? To care for each member of the audience who is listening. Sarva bhuta hridayam. We have to be kind to every listener, everyone who is listening to the Bhagavatam in the live stream or here. We are speaking to each one, and each one is getting the answer he or she wants because we care for them. You can call me mother, didi, grandmother, whatever it is, according to your age. But I'm a well-wisher of yours. I want you to be happy. After the Bhagavata Saptah, you should not have felt that you have wasted time listening to me. You have listened to Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatakyoyam pratyaksha Krishna evahi sarva bhuta hridayam manimanatosmi. All of us know that the great one called Narada was wandering and he came across bhakti. Then he had to rejuvenate Jnana and Vairagya, two of her prematurely old sons. And how did he do it? When he got the message from above, make them listen to the Bhagavatam. Akhandanji Maharaj, the famous exponent of Vedanta from Vrindavan, used to say, some works give us bhakti, some give us jnana, some give us vairagya. But Bhagavata gives jnana, bhakti and vairagya. Idam Bhagavatam nama Puranam Brahma Sammitam Bhakti Jnana Viraganam Sthapanaya Prakashitam. For the establishment of bhakti, jnana and vairagya, all the three. That is why when we Kathakas do the Katha in Haridwar, Rishikesh, Vrindavan, Kashi, you have sannyasins coming. They are the ones of the highest state and still they come to listen because from every speaker you can gather something. Every speaker has some speciality. That's why go and listen to every speaker. Nobody is omniscient. Nobody knows the last word about the text. But each one of us has been blessed by our Guru, by our own humble sadhana and by Krishna. So go and listen. That is how the Pandits come and listen, the sages come and listen, Grahasthas come and listen. So Bhakti Jnana Viraganam Thapanaya Prakashitam. Those who don't listen to the Bhagavatam, Bhagavat Mahatma says, fie upon you, shame upon you. We gave you a human birth and ek bar bhi Bhagavat nahi suni. Even once, some people confuse us. And they say, this is Bhagavad Gita. I said, sorry. You are already confounded. Don't confuse us. It is Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata. I hope I am pronouncing it clearly for you. Bhagavad Gita is what Krishna told Arjuna on the battlefield. 700 odd shlokas. Bhagavata is this, 18,000 shlokas, giving you the Narayana Charitra, particularly 90 chapters on Sri Krishna. That is Bhagavata, that is Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada Swami has given commentaries on both these great works. That is why he made it popular for everybody in the world. All of us know that when Krishna is departing from the world, he pretended to come, and he pretended to come. He pretends to go. And as he's going, he's being asked by Uddhava, don't leave us and go, Krishna, don't leave us. Krishna says, where did I go? I'm leaving all my radiance in the Bhagavatam. Back home in India, when we do the Bhagavatam, we carry the Bhagavatam on the head. First time I went to Kashi, we had a long procession. I was taken in a horse carriage. First time I held Bhagavata in the horse carriage and went with the Lord, everybody chanting the name of the Lord. My dear listeners, this is how we worship Krishna in the form of the Bhagavatam. When the Bhagavatam is chanted, at that time, Mother Bhakti and her two children, Jnana and Vairagya, both of them, all three of them are full of joy. Bhakti, Jnana and Vairagya, all full of joy, full of life. And she is dancing. When do you dance? Only when you feel light. No. When you come back from office, you don't dance. But when the child comes from school, naturally, it's light, happy, very happy. And Bhakti, Jnana and Vairagya, three of them are dancing. Bhakti sutau tau tarunau grihitva premaika rupa sahasa virasi Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Natheti namani muhurvadanti Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Natheti namani muhurvadanti Shri Krishna Govinda
Hare Murare Natheti Nama Muhurvadanti Shri Krishna Govind
Hare Murare Natheti Nama Muhurvadanti. Again and again she's chanting Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. That is how she's dancing. And she comes out with a very startling statement. It's very common to know that today there is only one value, and that is money value. Ask everybody, I want to become rich. Who are the richest people in the world? The magazines are publishing their photographs. They just look like us, but their bank balances are different from ours. You see all of them. Some feel jealous, some feel helpless, some don't understand. I don't understand how many zeros their trillions or billions have. I don't understand. My arithmetic is very poor. But then she has a different evaluation. Who are the rich people of the world? Sakala bhuvana madhi nirdhana tepi dhanya nivasati hridiyesham Shri Harer Bhakti Reka Harirapi Nijalokam Sarvathato Vihaya Pravishati Hriditesham Bhakti Sutropanadda Bhakti Sutropanadda. Into your home, Krishna has come. How? Tied by the silken thread of bhakti. He has come and entered your hearts. Who are those who are rich? Oh, those who chant the name of the Lord. They are the rich people, my dear listeners. First time I find somebody is clapping. Big audience, they don't clap. I prefer a smaller audience. Sakala bhuvana madhye nirdhanastepi dhanya. We don't know what was the bank balance of Tukaram, of Kabir Das. Kabir Das wanted to pledge his wife in order to feed a atiti. You can imagine. I know what hunger is. I know what hunger is. So if you can be an honorable person and can go and just pick up food from the fridge, it's something wonderful, sir. I admire you for that. Here is my father's word. He said, give him 1 day's food, 1 day's hunger you satisfied. You give him 1 month's pay, 1 month's food, hunger is satisfied. You give him 1 katha of 7 days, a lifetime's hunger is satisfied. You don't know the benefaction of listening to the Bhagavatam. You think it's 1 more katha. Oh yes, she's come from India, 7 days, kuch bak bak bol ke jayegi. No, my dears, no. I am your soul's well-wisher. Soul well-wisher and soul's well-wisher. S-O-L-E, S-O-U-L. English teacher, that is why. You understand, your soul's well-wisher. Many people wish your body well, your mind well, your heart well, but we speakers are thinking of your soul, because I've told youngsters, each one has two goals. One is a short-term goal, one is a long-term goal. The short-term goal, all of you business people know. I don't have to tell you about it. The long-term goal is, where are we going? भूल भुलैया में मुझको भुलाकर मानव तो कहाँ चला. Labyrinth.
मुझको भुलाकर
मानव तू कहाँ चला. पूछे जो ठाकुर जवाब क्या देगा. मानव तू कहाँ चला. मानव तू कहाँ चला. मानव तू कहाँ चला. Have a goal, my dear children. A short-term goal and a long-term goal. Every day spend some time for the long-term goal also. That is why we are having a Bhagavatam. This is the long-term goal. You are satisfying the long-term desire to understand who the Lord is. In the Mahatmya there is a parable. The parable is about Atmadeva. Atmadeva is like most of us, unhappy with what he does not have and not happy with what he has. No? I think 90% of us are not happy with what we have. All the time we are only thinking of what our neighbor has, what our competitor has, what this fellow, that woman has. No. First count your blessings, be happy. The famous Persian proverb, I cried for shoes until I saw a man without feet. That was the Persian proverb. Gandhiji used to quote it. I cried for shoes until I found a man without feet. One day I went to Tirupati. I thought I had made a great pilgrimage and I was standing before the Lord. I found a man dragging himself along the floor on his hands. I said, Krishna, that is yatra. That is the real yatra. He had no feet. So with both his hands, he is pushing himself towards the Lord. And when he comes to the threshold, somebody lifts him and puts him there. I said, Krishna, I am so happy that you've given me 2 feet to go all the way and just have your darshan. So please remember, this man called Atmadeva had everything but didn't have a child. He wanted to commit suicide. He goes to the forest, but there, when he's about to commit suicide, he meets a rishi, a yati. And the saint tells him, no sir, something is wrong with your stars. You're star-crossed and you'll never have a child for 7 births to come. Oh no, Swami, don't curse me like this. Do something. You great men have the power to change the horoscope. Yes, he said, I will give you a fruit which is a symbol of fertility. Go and give it to your wife and she'll bear you a son. But the wife is very modern. She says, oh no, I'll lose my youth, I'll lose my lovely figure. Maybe the child will die at childbirth, or maybe I will die at childbirth. She's got imaginary fears. Most of us cross imaginary bridges, and that's why we are depressed. Live in the present. There's a bestseller called Present is the Present. That is cash. That is cash. Please remember this. Remember this. We are sitting here. Don't think of what is going to happen tomorrow. This is important because Krishna has come into our midst. You don't know what he can give. Khazana hai bhai, khazana hai. The treasure house. He will give you whatever you want. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. My Muslim friend, my Christian friend asked me, why does your God have 4 arms? I said, 4 counters are open. That's what the Vaishnava saints say. You can ask for dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Anything you can ask. And he will give you. But we think he can't give. That is why we don't ask him. We just go and say, Krishna, Vasudeva, and go away. He says, please have a direct internet connection with me. My password is stay connected. Stay connected. Only when you stay connected, you'll enjoy my katha. I'm connected. I don't even know my name. I don't know my mobile number. I don't know who I am. When I sit here, I dissolve in divinity. Because I know he is here and he is the one who is to solve everybody's problem. Unless I believe that, I can't make you believe that. Poor man, he finds his wife has a conspiracy with her sister. Her sister is pregnant, and the sister says, well, I will tell the world that my child died. You pretend to be pregnant. We'll go to our mother's house and I'll give my baby to you. That's how this baby is given to her. That baby is known as Dhundukari, the one that is born to the sister. The Brahmin called Atmadeva, gives this fruit to his wife But wife gives it to a sattvic creature called the cow. And the cow bears, symbolic again, bears a child with large ears. He's called Gokarna, very good child. Prasadi Santan bolte hai na. Children of grace and children of lust. All of us have two types of children. The same house, two brothers, two sisters differ. One goes to the katha, one goes to the bar. Can't help it. But that's how they're made. You can't describe, you can't explain why this happens. The same house, two children will be different from each other. The same parents and the same atmosphere, but they are different souls. They have come with different vasanas, and their sankalpas are different from each other. Here is Gokarna, who is totally devoted to his father, foster father, who is bringing him up. In our ashram, you can ask Sunil Bhai, we are running an old age home because I believe that elders have to be looked after. Any child who discards his parent, I don't even think of talking to him. I hate children whom Shakespeare calls pelican children. I hope you know. The pelican, with its beak, tears itself, and the little ones feed on that blood. So children who feed on the blood of their parents are called pelican children. That's what Shakespeare says. Pelican children, they are called. Bird tears itself, bleeds. It wants the children to live. That's how in all the elders' homes, how many people we have. Children are far away. They don't even come to perform the last rites. They call my manager and say, ask Amma to do what she wants. I said, Amma will cremate them as she cremated her parents. I don't want your wretched check. Everything can't be bought by money, my dear listeners. Everything cannot be bought by money. Our latest elders' home was contributed by Sunil Gandhiji's family. Please give him a hand. Gratitude is something which I can never forget. And I announce it because my master, Dikshita, used to say, unless you announce the goodness of people, others won't follow. You have to set role models for people to follow. Somewhere, as Warren Buffett puts it, find pockets of charity. Give charity somewhere. Why are we unhappy? Because we have not made anybody happy. And that's nothing else. Very simple logic. Go out of the way to make somebody happy and God will fill your pockets with happiness. There is no doubt about it. Here is poor Atmadeva suffering because Dundukari, his son, is really pestering him, haunting him with ingratitude. There is the elder one called Gokarna telling his foster father, go to the forest, master. Go to the forest and think of the Lord. This is the time you have to think of the Lord, and he's gone. Dundukari has got 5 women of ill repute with him. They are the 5 vitiated sense organs. These bad women put coals, burning coals into his mouth and make him die an unnatural death. Like a ghost he wanders. One day his other brother, the foster brother, meets him and Gokarna says, who are you? I'm your brother. No, you can't be my brother. I performed all the rites for you. No, brother, no. I'm a wretched soul, unrepentant soul. Do something for me, master. Do something for me. And Gokarna feels that he should pray for his brother's soul. Otherwise, the soul is wandering in a wretched condition. He calls the sun god and asks him, give me an answer. Have a Bhagavatam done. And when you get a Bhagavatam done, please do it as you would perform a daughter's marriage. That is how. My son, don't mistake me. But for everything, people talk business. Where the Bhagavad is concerned, business has no business. They ask me, what is your rate? Am I a cricketer or am I a film star? Neither. I don't have a rate. I said, you don't have money enough to buy him. You understand? You can't buy him. I feel sad. दुनिया ये समझे हम लेने को आए भैया उसको समझा दो हम देने को आए. We don't come with a begging bowl. Don't treat us as beggars. No. देवा होईन भिकारी पंढरीचे वार करी पंढरीचे वार करी पंढरीचे वार करी. अहो तुका म्हणे देवा, अहो तुका म्हणे
देवा,
हेची माझी भोळी सेवा, हेची माझी भोळी सेवा, हेची माझी भोळी सेवा. देवा होईन, देवा होईन, देवा होईन भिकारी. पंढरीचे वार करी, पंढरीचे वार करी, पंढरीचे वार करी. विठ्ठल विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा, जय हरी विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा.
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा, जय हरी विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा.
भक्तवत्सला पांडुरंगा, भागवत प्रिय पांडुरंगा.
भक्तवत्सला पांडुरंगा, भागवत प्रिय पांडुरंगा.
पीतांबरधर पांडुरंगा, मकर कुंडला पांडुरंगा.
पीतांबरधर पांडुरंगा, मकर कुंडला पांडुरंगा.
विठ्ठल 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 पांडुरंगा, जय हरी विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा. हरी हरी विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा, जय हरी विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा. हरी हरी विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा. जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. 3-hour movie we are used to. 6-hour cricket match we are used to. But sitting for the katha is different, very difficult. By the time you start yawning, I will start the kirtan. Because I've been a teacher for 23 years. I won't allow my audience to feel drowsy. Because I am your soul's well-wisher. You understand? For us to sit and perform the Lord's work for years together, 6 hours I can speak. You do not. Why don't you give me a big hand? Without a sip of water in your wonderful desert of Dubai. Who gives you this power? The Gurus. The Gurus bless. And that is how you get the energy. Otherwise, no, at my age, you can't talk like this because the Lord inspires, my dear listeners. Physical energy, spiritual energy does not come from tablets or food. It comes from bhakti. Bhakti is the Shakti. Please remember that. Prabhupada in his 70s goes and spreads a word like that all over the world. All over the world, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna was spread by a person who was 7 decades old, my dear listeners, 7 decades old. Please remember that age is only for the body, not for the soul. The soul is strong and it can go on and on and on. 40 years back, I met him in Madras. I did pranam to him. I spoke on the gopis. He gave me a garland and said, Gopi, go and spread the Bhagavatam. That is how I'm doing. 40 years back, just kept looking at me like that. I was so happy. It was the grandfather's look, kept looking at me like that. And I was so happy that in the learned audience of Madras, I was asked to do this as my career. I never knew this was my career. I didn't know. I thought I'll retire as a principal of a college and then sit at home. No. My work has started after my retirement. You can clap for that. He doesn't want you to retire. No retirement for us. Why? Because these are the great men who bless you. They are the men who give you energy. They are the men who give you inspiration. As Naradji is listening to all this, suddenly he finds, Sutta says, the Mahamuni says, there came the young one called Shukadeva. Tatrayayo Shodashavarshikastada. The men of God don't grow old. He always remained young. Vyasatmaju Jnana Mahabdi Chandrama. He was like the moon for the ocean of knowledge. Kathavasani Nijalabha Purnaha Premna Pathan Bhagavatam Shanai Shanaihi. Some people want to read fast. And they read so fast that even Krishna doesn't understand what they're reading. I've given you this great example of my Hanumanji. My Hanumanji, all of us want to chant 21 times. Morari Bapu said, chant 21 times Hanuman Chalisa. And breakneck speed you are chanting. Jai, 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 Hanuman. Hanumanji said, please don't do it so far. I can't understand what you're saying. No? Please remember that you have to chant Prema Patan. It may be one shloka, it may be one mala, it may be one episode, maybe one page of the Bhagavatam you want to read. But do it with love, my dear listeners. You can't tell the Lord, I love you. I love you, Krishna. We got a song, no? 14th of February? Everybody called it the Valentine Day. I said, don't talk about people who changed their love, no? Talk to him. And I got a song, I love you Rama, I love you Rama, Bolo Ram se. I love you Krishna, I love you Krishna, Bolo Sham se. I love you Rama, I love you Rama, Bolo Ram se. I love you Krishna, I love you Krishna, Bolo Sham se. I love you Rama, I love you Rama, Bolo Ram se. I love you Krishna, I love you Krishna, Bolo Sham se. सीता को जिसने अपनाया बोलो राम से. सीता को जिसने अपनाया बोलो राम से. राधा को जिसने सजाया बोलो श्याम से. राधा को जिसने सजाया बोलो श्याम से. I love you Rama, I love you Rama, बोलो राम से. I love you Krishna, I love you Krishna, bolo sham se. Kalpuras, thank you. I'll sing the song for you later. Premna Patan, Prema is there. That is why I said Premna Patan Bhagavatam Shanai Shanaihi. Slowly, read it slowly. No need to hurry up, you know. You don't have to hurry up when we are doing the katha or we are doing the patha. There is an orchestra along with Shukadeva. Prahlada has a small tala and Uddhava has the big tala. Veena is being played by Naradji. Ragakarta Arjuna. Arjuna is doing the ragalap. Indra is playing on the mridangam. Jai ho, the Sanat Kumaras are saying, Yatra gre bhavavakta sarasarachanaya vyasaputro babhuva. The great man called Shukadeva, who is the son of Vyasa, was speaking with Bhavavakta. I've always told my audience. The Lord's words, the Lord's work, the Lord's glories have to be spoken with bhava. Have I not told you before? If I would speak like this, Bhagavata contains 18,000 shlokas. Shukadeva sat on the banks of the Ganga for 7 days and 7 nights. Tomorrow even the children won't come, only Mahesh Bhai and Rashmiji, because they've invited me. Is this the way to speak? Bhavavakta. Put life into your prayers, my dear listeners. Krishna, you call him, move him to tears. मैं ऐसे गीत गाऊंगी कि तुझको रुलाऊंगी प्रभु. ऐसे गीत गाऊंगी कि तुझको रुलाऊंगी. तुम रोते रोते आओगे, मेरे आंसू पोंछ जाओगे. रोते रोते आओगे, मेरे आंसू पोंछ जाओगे. मैं तेरे आंसू पोंछूंगी, तुम मेरे आंसू पोंछोगे. मैं ऐसे गीत गाऊंगी कि तुझको रुलाऊंगी. When Draupadi called out, Krishna was crying. Gahvarito abhavat, says the Mahabharata. His voice, his throat was choked with emotion because she was saying, where are you, Krishna? Where are you? Ha, Krishna Dwaraka vasin ko asi adavanandana. Are gaay charane wale, dunya chalana nahi aata re tujhko. That's what she meant. And his throat was full of emotion. That's how you to make your prayers full of bhava. Bhava vakta sarachanaya vyasa putro babhuva. Here, the introduction is completed. We pass on to the main part of the Bhagavatam. Bow down, fold your hands. think of Lord Narayana, Radha Krishna. Think of your gurus, think of your parents. Think of all those whom you respect in the world. For the sake of the world, sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve bhavantu niyamaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. In that spirit, listen to the Bhagavatam. First shloka. Janmadhyasya yatonvayati tarataschaर्थेष्व विघ्नेश्वरा तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो अमृषः धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि सत्यं परं धीमहि सत्यं परं धीमहि. Children have one value in life, and that is truth. Stick to truth, because truth is God. That is why we do Satyanarayan Puja. Satyanarayan Puja is not Narayan Puja, it is Satya Puja. And he and Narayana are one and the same. The Lord himself is Satya. That's Satyam Param Dhimahi. We bow down to him. That's why in the Indian motto, you have national motto, Satyameva Jayate. Satya will win, Satya will win. And all the scams will be out. That is what it means, Only the truthful people will be victorious in the world. Akhandanji Maharaj says, this is not an ordinary storybook. I am not a storyteller, nor is this an ordinary storybook. Janmadhyasya yataha. This is the Brahma Sutra. Ye Shruti Sutra Anurupa Grantha hai, he starts. This is like the scripture. It is as equal to the scripture as the Brahma Sutra, because it starts with the Brahma Sutra. The Lord who made the world, the Lord who sustains the world, and the Lord who destroys the world. He is the one, Artheshu Abhignaha. He knows everything in the world. Smallest creature. Many people say, I am very unimportant in the world. Will Krishna know that I have come to Vrindavan? Will he know I have come to Srinathji? Will he know I have come to the beautiful temple of Tirupati? Yes, he knows. Artheshu Abhignaha. Even the tiniest flower that blooms, it is for the Lord. He knows that. He knows that, my dear listener. Artheshu Abhignaha Swarat. The word Swarat makes you confident, because there is no power above him. I was just telling the audience, Guru Raj, there were so many vignas for my coming here. But I know he is the one who decided. The sovereign authority. I got eloquent phone calls, don't come. And eloquently I said, I will come. Clap for me. Just to make you relax. Don't come. I said, first time somebody is saying, don't come. Usually people say, आइए आइए, मत आओ मत आओ. I said, कोई बात नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं. हम आएंगे. That was my sutra. I am coming. After saying that, I said, Krishna, you're sure you're behind me, no? Our Acharya, Madhvacharya says, Naham karta, harik karta, tad puja, karma cha akhilam. Just before leaving, mind always vacillates. I open the Gita. My Gita is my trendsetter GPS. So I just opened the Gita. And you know what it said? Yajñarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Do your duty, Arjuna. It is for the sake of the world. Yajñarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. The third chapter says, do your duty, niyatam kuru karmatvam. Because you have to do your duty. But that duty is for the yajna. Yajna is Krishna also. Yajnyo, yajnapati rechva, yajnyango, yajnavahana. Either that way. Please give water when I am doing the kirtan. That time. Please, 5 minutes. Yajñarthat the karmano anyatra. All other karmas bind. But when you do it of the world, by the world, for Krishna, it doesn't bind. That is why. So I knew that this was Yajñarthat Karmanonyatra. Artheshu Abhignya Swarat. There is no authority higher than Krishna. So he is Swarat, sovereign. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Mukhyanti Yat Surayaha. All his knowledge he transferred into the head of Brahmaji. I always wondered how. Because I have been a teacher. 6 months we teach children. A whole semester, just before the exam, you ask the senior MA student, have you learnt anything? They say, ma'am, we're about to forget. No? What a ego blasting for a professional like me. No? But then I said, how could Krishna do that? Narayana do that? Now I find children are transferring from one phone to the other, from one mobile to the other. I said, oh, this is very low technology compared to the high technology of the Lord. He transferred his knowledge. 1 minute. No need for going through the semester. And then, still there are people who don't understand Krishna. There are people who don't understand Krishna. Muhyanti yat surayaha. Even the Suris don't understand. Sada pashyanti surayaha is the Vedic word. But even they don't. Naraji one day had a problem. He said, to manage one wife is difficult. How is Krishna managing 16,000 wives? Let me go and cross-check. He came to Dwaraka, and Krishna knew already, before Naraji left heaven, Krishna knew that he was coming. Into one palace he enters, he sees Krishna is sitting with Rukmini, pranam karo, Naraji has come. And Naraji says, I have to go to the next palace. The Lord says, don't worry, I'm there also. And he goes there, he sees him sitting with Satyabhama, pranam karo. Again he says. A little further, he's sitting with Balrama and talking about war and peace. Now he goes through all the palaces and says, now I know, Krishna, you are everywhere. You are not an ordinary person, my Lord. You are not a Vishnu Vashatkaro, Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. He is the master of the world. That is why he is here, there, everywhere. And he can control everything. Tejo varimridam yatha vilimayo yatratra sargo amrisha dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. He is the one who creates thala and jala brahma. Sometimes you know it in the desert. As you are driving, suddenly you will see a mirage. And when you go nearby, it is not water, it is sand. That is how he creates jnana, ajnana. And then he removes our ajnana through the knowledge of the scriptures. We bow down to that Lord who is the master of truth. Please adhere to truth. When you adhere to truth, the Lord protects you. I have several examples about truth in the Bhagavatam and the Ramayana. The one that really impresses me very much is the Ramayana. In the Chitrakuta, I call it the summit conference. That's where the two brothers meet. If ever you want a family to be happy, please read the Valmiki Ramayana. I have never come across such brothers like Rama and Bharata. Bharata is persuading Rama, come back, Swami, come back. But then no, he's not willing to come back. And there is a clever Brahmin called Jabali, whom I describe as a lawyer. Because a lawyer is one for whom the gift of the gab and the twist of the phrase makes him win the case. It's only a pound of flesh that made Portia win in The Merchant of Venice. All of us know that we have to twist of the phrase and the gift of the gab. Jabali says, Rama, you made a promise to your father and your father is dead, so the document is invalid. The Lord says, don't be too smart, Jabali. Fathers may come and fathers may go, but Vachan remains forever. Word remains forever. Satyameva Ishvaro Loke Satye Prajna Pratishtita. Among your employees, whom do you love most? He will never tell a lie. That is dependable. That one is dependable, you say. It may be a small sweeper, it may be a high CEO, doesn't matter. But you trust him because he'll never tell a lie. No? That's where Satyam Param Dhimahi. And who is the other character who comes to your mind? It is Harishchandra. Whenever I do the Harishchandra Katha, I did celebrities of the world. Harishchandra's Katha is something that moves anybody. The most hard-hearted person will cry when you think of Harishchandra trying to sell his wife for a housemaid in the bazaar of Banaras. He says, my name is Harishchandra. Once upon a time I was the prince of Ayodhya. My wife is here on sale. Will you please buy her as a maid? I have to give back my word. I have to keep my word for Vishwamitra. Everybody says, what's the problem? I cannot tell a lie. I cannot tell a lie. That is it. Today people are felicitous liars. They can forge a document, they can forge a passport, they can forge a check, anything. The more educated you are, the more brilliant you are at forging. No? One man tells me he can sign anybody's name. I said, please take him away from me. Please take him, because for me he's a Rakshasa. How many people he can cheat? I want people to be honest. That is where the beautiful history of Harishchandra comes to your mind. Standing as a gatekeeper in a crematorium, his wife brings the dead body of their child, their only son, And he's asking for taxes. He says, no, woman, I cannot tell a lie to my master who will ask me for taxes for this. She says, you hard-hearted fellow, you don't have money, I don't have money. How can you ask for this when our only child is dead? Satyam param dhimahi. I cannot tell a lie, woman, I cannot tell a lie. That's where the gods are pleased and they give him back everything that he lost. My dear listeners, truth can do that. Truth can do that. The second shloka of the Bhagavata is on dharma. Satya and dharma are two eyes of the Lord. Satya is truth, dharma is righteousness. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramu nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tapatrayon moolanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Paraihi Ishvaraha Sadyoridyavarudate Kritivihi Shushrushi Vittakshanat. Before the Bhagavatam started, you sent an invite to everybody. Everybody, Bhai Sahib, wanted to listen to the Bhagavatam. Even the desire to listen to the Bhagavatam will make Krishna go and enter their hearts. What about listening to the Bhagavatam? What will he not? Shushrushi. Shrotum ichha shushosha. Even if you want to listen, humko ek din sunna hai. Even if that sankalpa is there, then the Lord will come and listen. What about those who will listen to the Bhagavatam? Dharma prochita. Dharma is being preached here. Dharma is that beautiful word in which the entire Indian culture is encompassed, my dear listeners. Dharma. There is no equivalent for dharma in the English language. Dharma is dharma, that is all. Dharanat dharma ityahuhu. The root meaning of dharma is that which holds the world together. Even if there's no traffic policeman, even if there's no traffic light, we don't go and dash against each other because there is an inner dharma in each one of us. That is why. This is called dharma. That is the one that is there in the entire world. Throughout the scriptures, word dharma is highlighted. In the Ramayana, you have a notorious uncle called Maricha and a more notorious nephew called Ravana. Ravana goes to Maricha and says, Mamaji, yes, my dear, I want you to do me a favor. Every time that Ravana comes for a favor, Maricha knows it's something wrong to be done. What do you want? Would you go and catch that fellow called Rama, that two-legged mortal called Rama? I tell my audience, I don't mind if one head is without common sense. You have 10 heads without common sense. My nephew, you have 10 heads without. Ek khopdi bhi khali, har ek khopdi khali. You don't know who Rama is? Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. He is the embodiment of Dharma. I can't kill an embodiment. I can't kill the personification of Dharma. The other one, who is Krishna? Krishnam Dharmam Sanatanam. Rama is Dharma, Krishna is Dharma. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo. Nirmatsaranam satam vedyam. Those who are listening to the Bhagavata will never be jealous. Clap for yourself. When are you jealous? When you don't count your blessings. When you come down from your divinity, you become jealous. Supreme example of jealousy is Duryodhana. The Pandavas have been sent to the forest. They have been banished against all laws. A game of lice which was called the game of dice. They have been sent away. He goes to his notorious uncle called Shakuni Mama. Yes, my dear, I am very unhappy. I sent them to the forest. We were about to disrobe their empress. You should be happy about all this. Why are you unhappy, my nephew? Because they are happy in the forest. They have an Akshaya Patra, clap. That woman Draupadi, she has the direct personal number of Krishna. And that is why, 8:30 I will stop, don't worry. My dear listeners, I am unhappy, says Duryodhana, because they are happy. This is called Matsarya. Matsarya is jealousy. And jealousy is like cancer. It will gnaw at your heart. You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't digest, so don't be jealous. Please remember, God has given you enough and more. Ask for more for yourself. Don't feel bad about that they have more. This is where the right attitude should be there. Dharma projita kaita uttar paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam asta Vastavam atra vastu Shivadam. The Bhagavata is auspicious for you. Please remember, Shivada. Shiva means auspicious. It will give you all the auspiciousness that you want. You want a wedding at home, it will happen. You want a child at home, it will happen. You want profit for your business, it will happen. You want Roga Nivarana, it will happen. Whatever you want, Shivadam. According to your desire, you will get what you want. The third shloka is about the tree. The botanical metaphor in our Vedanta is very common. Long back in the Upanishad you read, there was a tree, and on the tree there was a branch, and on the branch were two birds. One was watching, one was busy, like you and me, all the time busy, eating, drinking, sleeping, wandering about, coming back to the branch. The other one is watching. The watching one is Paramatma. The busybody is the Jivatma. That is how the tree of life is compared. The Lord must be wondering, what are you doing going from Moscow to Singapore, Singapore to Hong Kong to London? My brother, clap for him. All the time, chakkar laga rahe, all the time, morning, evening, morning. Sit still for a while. And he's so happy. Today he's telling me, 2 ghanta Bhagvat mein baitho, bas. Please clap for that also. You realize that merely going around doesn't help. Somewhere you have to sit still for a while. This is the boon of tranquility. Yadrichala santushto. The Lord wants us to be happy with what you have. The other botanical metaphor is from Mahabharata. There are 2 trees. The Mahabharata has one tree called the Kauravas, and another tree called the Pandavas. This tree has got a root called Dhritarashtra. Pandava tree has a root called Sri Krishna. That is why it cannot be destroyed. Moolam Krishna. When you have the root as Krishna, how can you be destroyed? How can you be destroyed? The third one is here. Nigamakalpatarur kalitam phalam. Most of us say we have not read the Upanishad, we have not read the Vedanta, we don't know anything. No. If you know the Bhagavatam, that is enough. There is a tree of the Veda and there is a fruit. The fruit became ripe. Akhandani Maharaj says, when the fruit becomes ripe, you don't even have to climb and pick the fruit. You don't have to throw a stone. You don't have to take a ladder. You don't have to take a rope. It falls by itself. Nigamakalpatarur galitam phalam. What a lovely name of your house, Krishna Kripa. That is why we are doing the Bhagavatam here. It was decided, I don't know how long back you named it, but it's there. So, Nigamakalpatarur galitam phalam. Shukamukhat amritat drava samyutam. Pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasikaha. You are rasikas. You are men and women of taste. You always say, she's a woman of taste. He's a man of taste. That is how you who are listening to the Bhagavatam are men and women of spiritual taste. अरे इसमें रुचि आती ही नहीं बहुत लोगों को. क्या भागवत है? Why should you listen? What is it? But once you get to listen, you'll come back again. Muhuraho rasikaha bhuvi bhavukaha. First time I went to Vrindavan, I was taken to the place where Maharaj took place. I was so emotional. I had a bath in the Yamuna with wet clothes, wet hair. I said, let me roll on the ground so that one particle of the dust, Krishna's feet, would have touched that dust, or others' foot would have touched that dust. I asked the tall bamboos there, when will the Ras Leela take place? Kab milenge rasik rasiya, kab rachayenge raas. Bol Yamuna, bol kadamb van, jawab de denge baat, jawab de denge baat. Kab milenge rasik rasiya, kab rachayenge raas. Bol Yamuna, bol kadamb van, jawab de baat, jawab de baat. All of us are rasikas because we have enjoyed the Rasa Leela. Rishis are asking a seminal question. Very simple. When you and I go to ask a Mahatma, we ask about ourselves close relatives, close friends, that's all. Small circle. We don't say let the world be free from virus. No. A friend of mine, I won't mention the name because she may be watching. She writes to me, I see a rainbow in the sky, make a wish. I said, let virus be eradicated. She said, awesome, Mama. I said, that is the world. The world is praying for that. I can't ask for a simple thing, let my ashram prosper. Stupid it would be. If the rainbow can answer a wish, please do this. Think big. Pray big, my dear listeners. Pray big. You will be included. You can't say, let the rain fall on Krishna Kripa. No. Let it rain everywhere. Naturally, Krishna Kripa will be a part of the beneficiary. No. This is how we have to pray. The rishis are asking a question. Mandaha, sumandamataya, mandabhagyaha, hi upadritaha. One big problem with people is they get up late. Many have not seen sunrise at all, unless you have to catch the flight, international flight. I was so happy when we were landing. The pilot, the captain announced, beautiful sunrise in Dubai. So I saw the sunrise. I was very happy. We go to several countries. We have traveled, asked my brothers. We travel because we have to keep the Lord in the right direction. I say, where does the sun rise? Sun rise? We have not seen. So if they don't know where the sun rises, how can I know? Now, of course, the mobile helps me. I know east, west, north, south. I'm talking of 30 years back. So get up in the morning. If Robin Sharma says, join the 5 a.m. morning club, everybody does. Because Robin Sharma said it. All our temples open early in the morning. Early morning. Mangalarti, Mangalarti, Mangalarti. Sir, I tell you something. I got a WhatsApp. I don't know whether it's true or not. There's a problem in, I won't mention the name of the politician. Somebody may be listening to it now. I get into trouble. The politician resigned recently, or is in deep trouble. The chief minister of a state. And what did he do? He stopped the loudspeaker of Mahakal's Aarti in the morning. That is why. Who asked him to do that? For years together, Mahakal, Ujjain Mahakalji, his Aarti goes on and that is broadcast. He said, stop that, silent. तो वो बोलते हैं उसका लाउडस्पीकर बंद किया, इसकी बोली ही बंद हो गई. How can he do that? How can he do that? We'll give you an example. I went to Guwahati and there was a hotel called Kuber International. This was Katha there. It is in the center of a bazaar. So the loudspeakers were there and the hawkers and the shopkeepers during my Katha would have a chair outside their shop and listen to the Katha because it's in Hindi. Some funny officer, police officer, said she is causing disturbance in the city. I don't know how one little street would cause disturbance in the city. So he was about to, he called my organizer and said, hotel owner, and said, from today we are going to stop this broadcast. And he's signing, he's about to, it was typed, he's about to sign. And he signs, it comes into effect. As he is signing, my mother there, Kamakya, she would have heard my heart bleeding, As he is signing this letter, his transfer order comes and he is transferred. Just then, same moment. Don't stop good things. Don't stop good things. Get up early in the morning and think of the Lord. Akhandaji Maharaj says, if you're not well enough to have a bath, doesn't matter. Change clothes. Change your clothes because at night the body is dirty. The body is that of a corpse. I hope you know my quotable quote. Sleep is the daily rehearsal of the eternal drama of death. Sleep is the daily rehearsal of the eternal drama of death. Every night we are dying. And we get up and thank God for giving us a new day. So Akhandaji Maharaj says, this body is dirty. At least change the clothes if you can't have a bath because of several reasons, health reasons. But early in the morning, at least light one agarbatti, light one candle, light one diya and say Krishna, Krishna Vrata, Krishna Manusmarantaha, Ratraucha Krishnam Punarutthitai, Te Krishna Deha Pravishanti Krishnam, Ajyam Yatha Mantrahutam Hutashi. This is one of the shlokas I chose from Bhishma's Tavaraja. Bhishma is passing away. And he makes Krishna stand before him and he tells him, Krishna, those people who think of you in the morning and those who think of you in the evening will enter you as the sacrificial offering enters the havan. Krishna vrata, Krishnam anusmaranta, ratruja Krishnam punarutthitai. Te Krishna deha pravishanti Krishnam ajyam yatha mantra hutam hutashe. I hope you understand. Look at the beauty of the Sanskrit language. You will enter Krishna. You will enter his feet as the oblation enters the fire. Children ask me, Amma, how do we think of the Lord? I said, say good morning, say good night. That is enough. Bracket the day with Krishna. Say good morning, say good night. That is enough. Krishna says, think of me in the morning, think of me in the night. So what shall we do? Get up early in the morning. Mandaha. Badrinath, you have early morning puja. Guruvayur, early morning puja. I think Venkateshwara doesn't sleep at all. 12:30 or something. Too much. Early in the morning, 2:30. They say 1:30 reporting time, which means 12:30 you have to have a bath and go. And as you go there, all those pandits, Kausalya, Supraja, Rama, Purva, Sandhya, Pravartate, Uttishta, Narashardula, Kartavyam, Daivamannikam. And yet you feel glorious going there at 3 o'clock in the morning and just for recently for the Suprabhatam. What a lovely feeling. You don't feel that you have not slept at night. So fresh. When you go in the morning to the early morning flight, how drowsy people look, no? So shabby they look, no? Not so when you go to the temple. So get up early. I was saying to my audience, very often I used to say, Banki Bihari is the only one who gets up late because he does Ras Leela at night. I was corrected by a pandit. He said, Nahi Maji, Mataji, ye Banki Bihari 5 baje उठ जाता है. I said, oh, I see. But वो नखरा वाला है. I hope you know, Banki Bihari is a mobile Vigraham. He is not installed. So you can move him. If he doesn't want to get up, 20 people can't lift him. If he wants to get up, even one person can lift him. So if he has done the Rasa Leela at night, he says, no, nobody can touch me now. That is how he is. Early in the morning, 5 o'clock he gets up, Mataji. I said, please get up early, as far as possible. Get up early. Children, I think nowadays on YouTube also, somewhere, all those millionaires of the world get up between 3 and 4 a.m. Something happens, yes. Get up. I have a brother in India whom I respect, whom I love, he and his wife. They get my Bhagavatam done very often, and all the 4 dhamas they got it done, Mr. Bansal and Mrs. Bansal. 4 o'clock this man, steel industry. 4 o'clock he gets up, has a bath and does the puja and reads at least a few pages of the Bhagavatam every morning. Give him a big hand. I wonder how this commitment is there. No, please get up as early as possible. If you want, Kanchi Acharya used to say, you want to have a nap afterwards, please have a power nap. But get up at 4, have a wash, and think of the Lord. That moment, that time, no mobile is ringing because all of them are sleeping. Thank God, mobile is also sleeping. My definition of the mobile, boon and a bane together. Both. Sometimes it communicates, otherwise all the time it's ringing. Please remember this, remember this. Mandaha, there are physically lazy people, Sumanda Matayaha. There are people whose minds are lazy, Manda Bhagyaha. There are people whose horoscopes are star-crossed. You send them the link, they won't see the link. After I leave for Madras, they'll say, Mahesh bhai, Rashmi ji, katha kab hai? Agle saal hoge. We'll let you know.
That mistake I sent somebody second time. He says, I got this message second time.
He upadrataha. For everything there is an upadravam. We are the standing example for it. Our Bhagavatam had so many upadravams. Guru Prabhu and Mahesh Prabhu, both of them calling me. I said, don't worry, I'm coming. That is all. Upadrataha. All the upadravams are there, and yet all the obstacles are there. My dear listeners, the Bhagavata is Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chat Yat Adhaitukam. The moment you start reading the Bhagavatam, you get detached. I don't say you go home and ask your wife who she is, or ask your children why should we look after you. My definition of Vairagya is not that you love the world less, but you love the Lord more. That is Vairagya. Remember this two-tier approach. Everybody is dear, but here is dear. Jadugar, जादूगर तेरी जादू में हमको फसाना ना, जादू से बढ़कर जादूगर से ही प्यार है। जादूगर जादूगर तेरी जादू में हमको फसाना ना, जादू से बढ़कर जादूगर से ही प्यार है। दुनिया में कितनी सुंदर चीज हो, दुनिया बनाने वाला ही हमारा यार है। दुनिया में कितनी सुंदर चीज हो, दुनिया बनाने वाला ही हमारा यार है ना? Not that you love the world less, but you love him more. You should make the choice. And clap for those who have come here, Vaisa. They made the choice. They made the choice against virus. They made the choice. Nothing will happen. Don't worry. The Lord is there. We have come to listen to his katha, and his katha is he. Srimad Bhagavatakyoyam Pratyaksha Krishna eva hi. Krishna eva hi. ये भगवान का वांग्मय रूप है. Akhandanji Maharaj says, Naimisharanya is the forest form of the Lord, and Bhagavata is the book form of the Lord. वांग्मय रूप है. How should the speaker be? Free from base desires, free from ordinary longings of the flesh. He or she should overcome sensuousness. How? One day there was a pool of water and women were bathing. From there Vyasa was passing by. Before him Shukadeva had gone there, and all these women from far had done pranam to him. When Vyasadeva was passing by, these women took their upper cloth and covered themselves in bashfulness. Vyasa is questioning them. I'm an old man, I'm passing by, and you are feeling shy. My son was passing by. They say, no, your son is different. He is supra-sensuous. He doesn't make a difference between men and women. For him, we are all jivatmas. He looks upon us as souls. The standard example I give is of Mother Meera. Meera in Rajasthan was desirous of meeting a Goswami. She sent word, Meerabai wants to meet Swamiji. But Swamiji says, I don't meet women. She said, I thought there was only one man. I thought there was only one Purushottam. Only one Govinda Damodar. How come a second man came into the world? It was the turn of the God Swami to come and bow down to her. She had reached a higher stage. About this woman, I got a song long back. Meera chali, Meera chali, Meera chali, Meera chali, ढूंढती व्रज की गली, ढूंढती व्रज की गली, गली गली मीरा चली, मीरा चली, मीरा चली, मीरा चली. की चुनरी ओढ़ ज्ञानी भई बावरी,
बैराग्य की चुनरी ओढ़ ज्ञानी भई बावरी,
भक्ति की खेलने होली होली,
भक्ति की खेलने
होली होली मीरा चली, मीरा चली, मीरा चली, मीरा चली. जय जय श्री राधे,
जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे.
श्याम. How did the Bhagavatam come to be composed? When a great work comes into being, there is a legend behind it. There's an incident, and that is what I call the ignition spark. You need that incident. There was a great man called Valmiki. He met a greater man called Narada. And when he met Narada, he's asking Naradji, I want to know about the ideal man. I want to know about the ideal leader. I want to know leadership qualities. These qualities which I enumerate, 16 of them, who has these? The magnificent opening lines of the Valmiki Ramayana come to my mind. Naradam paripapracha Valmiki munipumgavam ponvasmin sampratam loki gunavan kascha viryavan dharmagnyascha kratagnyascha satyavakyo dridapratah charitrena chako yuktaha sarvabhuteshu kohitah vidwan kaha kasamartascha kachaika priyadarshana. In the Trivandrum Association of Management, I said, these are the leadership qualities. They said, oh God. 5,000 years back, these are the qualities of a leader. Before every election, please enumerate them and see if our leaders have. Only then cast your vote. 5,000 years back, this was Hindu wisdom, my dear listeners. Indian wisdom. Bharat Kalachar. This is what it was. Here is the great one called Naradji meeting the greater one called Vyasa. Vyasa is Vishnu, Vishnu is Vyasa, but he is pretending to be ignorant. He wants inspiration to write a work like the Bhagavatam. And please remember, Vyasa is a prolific writer. Today we write short stories and we call ourselves great masters of literature. No? Some short story published in a college magazine. How can you be an international writer? No? He had written the Brahma Sutra. He had divided the Vedas. He had given 17 Puranas. He had written this magnum opus called Bharata, which was weighed against all other works, and it came to be known as Mahabharata. Mahatvacha Bharavatvacha Mahabharata Mityuchate. 125,000 verses, my dear listeners. 125,000 verses. 6 volumes. Gita Press has published with translation. Buy them, keep them. Even 10 pages every day will increase your wisdom, enrich your culture. 6 volumes, right? Very cheap rate. That's, you know how the Gita Press is maintained? I went there to Gorakhpur several years back. It was a Sunday. The press was closed. There was a man sitting on the floor, repairing the floor. There was a small little damage done to the tile. He's sitting with cement and the tile. Somebody came out of the press and said, Mataji, you know who he is? I said, sorry. He owns 200 shops here. On Sunday, he comes and does repair work. He has told his children, we will only earn what our family wants. The rest will go to the Gita Press. That is how you get 6 volumes for 300 rupees. Printing is so costly. At least computerized printing is easier now, cheaper. And if you read the Mahabharata, you'll understand the wisdom of the sages. In spite of that, he has depression. Depression is no cause at all. Depression is its own cause. I've seen millionaires' wives. All the diamonds they're wearing. Even the diamonds are not shining. Clap. Sad I feel. If we were wearing half those diamonds, we would have looked bright, at least with my color, no? Just telling you, I wonder, that means diamonds don't make any difference to them. Depression is its own cause. Cause and effect are one and the same. Is the thing. As you go to a psychiatrist, Vyasji is asking, Naradji, please tell me what is wrong. You are everything in the world, Naradji. You are like the sunlight that is spreading everywhere. You are like the Vayu, the breathing air which is in everyone. You stay close to Narayana day and night. Tell me what is wrong with me. Naradji smiles. Thank you for giving me the credit of being the catalyst for this great work called the Bhagavata. Swami, you have written a great work called Mahabharata, but in between Krishna comes and goes. Write a work of Krishna, by Krishna, for Krishna. Only then you will feel happy. Have I not told you, my dear listeners, how many years I taught English? How many pages of literature I read? So many that I had to wear glasses. But then, until I went to Vrindavan and I said, होली 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 आज वृंदावन में होली, आज वृंदावन में होली। होली 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 आज वृंदावन में होली, आज वृंदावन में होली। कान्हा है मेरा काला और राधा है मेरी भोली 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 भोली, आज वृंदावन में होली, आज वृंदावन में होली, आज वृंदावन में होली। I was sitting in the ashram and somebody told me it is holy. Enough there, thank you. I got the song just to tell you, until you go to Vrindavan, you don't feel the Lord in your blood and bones. You write about Krishna Swami and then you'll feel happy. In one of my births, Naradji says, I was a servant woman's son. Sometimes you have a part-time maid. She comes with her small child. You want to give her some sweets, some mithai. That is how I used to go and watch the rishis in the ashram. I was not playing any game, as Adi Shankaracharya says, Balastavat krida saktaha Tarunastavat taruni saktaha
Tarunistavat taruni saktaha
Viddhastavat chinta saktaha
Buddhastavat chinta saktaha
Pare brahmani kopi na saktaha
Pare brahmani kopi na saktaha.
So many years, 1,200, 1,500 years back, Adi Shankaracharya says, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam,
Bhaj Govindam,
Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Mudamate,
Govindam Bhaj Mudamate,
Samprapte Sannite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrim Karne.
Prapte Samanite Kale, Nai Nai Rakshati Dukrim Karne.
3 stages of life. When you're a child, you're busy with games. Now it is video game. You should see the children with the mobile. They don't look at you. They don't say Jai Sri Krishna, Hare Krishna. Eating also. They may be eating from an empty plate. They won't know it. There's the obsession with games. Youngsters, passing messages. Boy to girl, girl to boy. No? Tarunastavat taruni saktaha. Old men going to Srinathji temple are talking about daughter-in-law and father-in-law, mother-in-law. No? They are not thinking of the Lord there. Vriddhattavat chinta saktaha. Pare brahmani kopi na saktaha. But this little child at that age used to look at the rishis. And they felt very happy. They used to give the prasad to him. My dear listeners, I have a confession to make. When I was 10 years old, I used to be with my father wherever he worked. So vacation, we used to go back to Madras. It was a boon. Because in the vacation, all these great Mahatmas would do katha. In Tamil, of course. So I used to go with an uncle and aunt, and I'd go and sit in the katha. Didn't understand much. But I knew this man was great. Something was there. Because I kept crying. Every time I listened to Krishna's katha, Rama's katha, I cried. Today you gave me the garland. After his katha, he would give me his garland. That made me worthy of this garland. I used to take that garland and put it on my pillow and weep and weep. Thank you, Swami. Thank you. My mother used to say, look at this stupid child. She's fond of... I said, no, the garland has got his power. He has given me the garland. When you see children sitting and listening, you want to give them special prasad. That's how the prasad was given to Naradji. And prasad is prasad. I think when you go to Tirupati or Srinathji or Vrindavan, all of us are only giving the priest more and more dakshina so that we get more prasad. In Tirupati Laddu, your halwai can't make it. The tamarind rice and the pongal that is made there, you can't make it at home. That is prasad, because the Lord has touched it. He says, with that, Uchishtalepan anumodito dvijaihi sakritsma bunje tadapastakil vishaha evam pravrittasya vishuddha chetataha tad dharma evatma ruchi prajayate. When you eat food offered to the Lord, naturally you become sattvic. That is why I tell children, it may be anything but vegetarian. That is important. Offer to the Lord. If you are the hunter of Shiva, the Shiva Bhakta, you can offer him mamsa. But for Krishna, you have to give vegetarian food. I said, give him. It may be ice cream, it may be chocolate, anything, give him. Yat karoshi, yad ashnasi, yat juhoshi, dadasiyat, yat tapasyasi, kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam. And what is this shloka connected with? Am I speaking on Gita or Bhagvat? Yajnadana tapakarma, natyajyam taryameva hitat, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, yat dadasi. Whatever you're doing, all that offer it to me, says the Lord in the Gita. I got this prasadam, and I felt different. Dongreji Maharaj, the famous exponent, Gujarati exponent of the Bhagavatam, would say, Jaisa an, vaisa man. What you eat is what you become. So you have to eat sattvic food. Children come and ask me, Amma, we want to be strong. We want to eat non-veg. I said, please do. They ask me, Amma, you're a Brahmin, you're recommending non-veg. I said, already there is a zoo inside. Why do you want to add more animals inside? I didn't say it. Great Lord Shiva is questioned by Adi Shankaracharya. Oh, primordial hunter, don't go to the forest to hunt the beasts. There are beasts of passion in me. Ma gachatvam itastato girisha. Mayyeva vasam kuru. Swamin adi kirata. Mama kamana kantara simantare. Vartante bausho mrigaha. Madajushaha. Matsarya mohadayaha. Tan hatva mrigaya. Vinoja ruchira labham cha samprapsyasi. Have your sport, master. Come here. There's a jungle here. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. All these are the animals. Come and hunt them. You will have your sport, I'll have my salvation. Come, Krishna. Come, Shiva. Come. Primordial cut. There's a lovely episode in... I started 10 minutes late, so I need 10 minutes more. Is that okay? On Ras Leela Day, I won't ask you to. I don't ask for permission. I will go on as long as I want. Okay? If they don't want to see it on the live stream, they can switch it off. I can't be controlled by time. Narsingh Avatar and Ras Leela, don't control me with your watches. Don't do that. Kalatita.
But you said 2.5 hours.
I told you, but you have printed 6:30 to 8:30.
No, I printed 6:30 to 9.
9?
Yeah.
I thought it was 8:30. 9?
But I'll change it to tomorrow, 6:30 to 9.
You are right.
I'm a teacher. Unfortunately, a teacher. The teacher remembers what he or she reads. 6:30 to 8:30, no?
6:30 to 9 tomorrow we'll print.
Not tomorrow, but today I can go on till 5-10 minutes more.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you, Jack. Thank you. If they are willing listeners, there are willing speakers. I'll tell the musicians, good food is waiting for them, so they don't.
Food was okay in the afternoon?
Khana theek tha? If I talk of Parabrahman all the time, you will not listen to me. So in between, thoda masala milana. I have to make you laugh, I have to make you cry. Kabhi hasna aur hasana, kabhi rona aur rulana.
कभी हंसना और हंसाना, कभी रोना और रुलाना, बारंबार व्रज बुलाना, हमरी भागवत सुनाना.
ना मांगू हीरा मोती, ना मांगू कोई खजाना, ना मांगू हीरा मोती, ना मांगू
कोई खजाना, बारंबार ब्रज बुलाना, हमरी भागवत
सुनाना. So we have to have sattvic food. This is what Naradji has told us. His mind became pure and he got Namo Bhagavate Tobhyam Vasudevaya Dhimahi Pradyumnaya Aniruddhaya Namas Sankarshanaya Cha. He did get this mantra and he started chanting. His mother was his only bond in the world. the only person who was among his relatives. And every bond is a thing that ties you down to the world. As long as my parents were alive, I was thinking of them. Now I'm free. I call it Sahat Sannyas. Nothing to worry about. No before, no after. My mother also passed away. And after 13 days of Kriya were over, I had a choice. I said, I can go into depression and sit like this, or I can remove the depression of my listeners. I chose the latter. There's a beautiful Devi's temple in our ashram, Rajeshwari, Rajarajeshwari, mother. I went to her and I said, "Maa teri yaad bahut satai, maa teri yaad bahut satai, चैन न पाऊं नींद न आए, चैन न पाऊं नींद न आए, एक माँ को खो के मैंने अनेक माँ को पाया,
एक माँ को खो के मैंने अनेक माँ को पाया,
देवी जी के मंदिर में ममता का दीप जलाया, देवी जी के मंदिर में ममता का दीप जलाया." All of us have to lose our parents sometime, but please remember, he is the parent of parents, she is the parent of parent. The mother's love is something which is unimaginable and incomparable. But after that, beyond that, you should remember, she is the mother for this birth. In every birth, Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva. He is the one. He is the one who has been with us. So we have to be attached to him. Where the Mahabharata is almost ending, the Bhagavata is starting. There are some episodes which are overlapping. Mother Draupadi has suffered much. Whenever I talk of Mother Draupadi, I'm very emotional because she's so strong in her devotion that she moves your heart and you have tears in your eyes. How much she has suffered, how much she has suffered. An empress who was about to be disrobed in public. It was not a cabaret, it was not striptease, it was not nightclub. It was a court of justice where the eldest daughter-in-law was about to be stripped. And she's calling out to the Lord. Nobody comes to her rescue. Bhari sabha mein Krishna pukare. One day I was jealous of B.R. Chopra because he had so many cameras. So I asked Krishna, give me a song which will make up for all the cameras. And I got this song in Calcutta when I was doing the Mahabharatam. Bhari sabha mein Krishna pukare, koi na usko bachaye. Bhari sabha mein Krishna pukare,
कोई न उसको बचाए,
ये कैसा धर्म है, ये कैसा न्याय है, ये कैसा धर्म है, ये कैसा न्याय है. That is how she calls out and the Lord comes to her in the form of several saris. I went to Surat for a Bhagavatam and I went to a mill to see how saris are printed. And I found that the saris coming like that. I said, this is how Krishna must have sent saris for Mother. It was so graphic. That man was saying, why are you crying, Didi? I said, this is Krishna Kripa. Sari is coming. And not the same color, not the same bell. No? Different colors, different designs. That is how the Lord gave her. According to the Champu Bharata, Bhoja says, they were not saris. They were the waves of the ocean of compassion. How much she suffered. And still she did not give up Krishna. Please remember that. We lose one child and we forget Krishna. She lost 5 sons. 5 sons on one night. Arjuna brings Ashwatthama tied like a beast and says, Draupadi, you decide what punishment he should have. She says, he Matradevo Bhava, Pitradevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Ramu have asked for extension of time. He's reminding me the Katha is over. There, when you were a small child, don't you remember Dronacharya was passing by and he became your tuition teacher? Did he not make you hold the arrow and the bow in hand? Did he not teach you how to shoot the first arrow in your life? Arjuna, have you forgotten that you owe your Savyasachi title, ambidextrous warrior title to him? How can you kill his only son? How can you? Muchyatam yesha brahmano nitaram guruhu. But Draupadi has killed 5 of our children. So what? So what? You want to forgive a killer? Let his mother not cry as I am crying for my children. Maharodi tasya janani Gautami pati devata yataham rtavatsartha rodimi ashrumukhimu. For your information, general knowledge. Mahabharata, you have this episode highlighted by the compliment given by Dharmaraja. Dharmaraja says, you are Dharmarani. I thought I was Dharmaraja. You can forgive the killer of 5 children because of Guru Bhakti. That is how Dronacharya was dear to the Pandava family. These women in the Pandava family, outstanding women. Once I was in Vrindavan, unforgettable day for me. I think you've heard of Akhandaji Maharaj. Man was a solid encyclopedia, Wikipedia, call him what you will. Every shloka, every word, everywhere he knew. Just one word and he would start off. I go to his satsang and we in South India don't read Hindi after our pre-university. And he was Akhandananda Maharaj, you can imagine. Solid, substantial scholar. Aaj Madras ki vidushi bolengi. He said, I said, mar gayi. I said, I don't know what I'm going to speak. On the spot, I had to choose a topic. Again, Krishna. Krishna came to my rescue. I said, I'm going to talk of 5 bhaktas in the Bhagavata. 3 bhaktas. One is Draupadi, one is Uttara, one is Kunti, one Rukmini, and the Gopikas. I chose 5 of them. Just half an hour I spoke. My God, I said, what a choice I made on the spot. Just Krishna and the Guru. They can light the wisdom. That time I said, look at this family. The family is full of bhaktas. If the mother-in-law goes to play card, the daughter-in-law comes for the katha. If the daughter-in-law goes to play card, then the mother-in-law comes for the katha. If all of them come for the katha, it means that they are a blessed family. Only in some families it happens. That is how it is. Uttara, the young widow of Abhimanyu. Everybody reads the first shloka of the Gita without remembering the atrocities in the Mahabharata, Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yuyutsavaha, Mamaka, Pandava, Chaiva, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. This is the question that is asked. What happened on the battlefield? What happens on the battlefield? You don't play tennis. You kill each other, that is all. What does he mean? How many atrocities took place on that Dharma Kshetra? Think of that, and one by one you remember the incident. The worst incident is the incident of Abhimanyu. Whenever I come to that episode, I cry and I cry and I cry because a boy of 17 is attacked by 6 people. 6 of them attack him, and he says, come one by one, and I'll prove to you I'm Arjuna's son. All of them attack together. And the worst part is the expert advice given by Dronacharya to Karna. This fellow is invincible. He wears a kavacha, an armor, which I taught his father how to tie. Unless you unbuckle that armor, he won't die. Go behind him and shoot at the buckle of the armor. This is the expert advice given by Dronacharya. Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. This is what happened. You understand? She has lost her husband, but she is bearing a posthumous child. For every woman, the baby in the womb is the most precious. My baby, my baby. The moment she conceives, from that day, 9 months, she's waiting. That's why when you ask Papa, you love Papa? Yes. Mama, I adore, you say. English is a lovely language. Please clap for it. For every shade of sentiment, you have a word. Adore is different from love. That is the mother. Another lovely example I give. The father has sympathy. The mother has empathy. She feels with you. When you are suffering, she thinks she has fever. If you have a stomachache, she won't take anything because she feels she has got stomachache. That is how the mother is. My dear listeners, this is how Uttara is asking the Lord. Doesn't matter if I die, Krishna. Doesn't matter. Abhimanyu is gone because you took him away. I am not complaining. But Dronacharya's son Ashwatthama has fired a missile. Look at the expertise of missiles those days. Ashwatthama sends a missile which will kill the Pandavas and the to-be-born Pandavas also. What expertise they must be having, no? To send the missile into the womb of the woman because she's going to bear the next Pandava generation. Pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate nanyam tvadavayam pashi yatra mrityu parasparam abhiddhavati mamisha sharastaptaya so vibho kamam dahatu mamnata mame garbho nipatyatam mame garbho nipat. Let my child not die, master. Let me die. And this Lord who gives the Vishwarup Darshana in the 11th chapter of the Gita becomes a small little Krishna. Tiny crown, tiny tilakam, tiny nose, tiny mouth, tiny chakra, tiny gada, and tiny ears, tiny earring, tiny pitambaras, and tiny anklets, tiny armlet, tiny girdle, and he's going round and round this little baby. This little baby in the womb of the mother says, who's this? Who's this who's giving me darshan in my mother's womb? This self-luminous creature. So when he's born, when a baby is born, the mothers always give the strangers who come or the visitors who come, bless the baby, bless karo. So she is giving him to everyone who comes. He is looking, this is not the face I saw in my mother's womb. That was a adharam madhuram, vadanam madhuram, adharam madhuram, vadanam madhuram, nayanam madhuram, hasitam madhuram, nayanam madhuram,
hasitam madhuram,
hridayam madhuram, gamanam madhuram,
hridayam madhuram, gamanam madhuram,
madhuradhipaterakhilam madhuram, madhuradhipaterakhilam madhuram, madhuradhipater
madhuram,
madhuradhipater.
akhilam.
This is not the one. Examining the presence of the Lord in everyone, our hero came to be known as Parikshit. Parikshit means the examiner. भगवान की उपस्थिति की परीक्षा करते करते हमारे हीरो का नाम परीक्षित हुआ. The other name for him is Vishnurat, means protected by Vishnu. One more woman I will quote and then I'll complete my talk for the day. Her name is Kunti. When you think of Kunti, oh God, what a woman she is. Brave woman. Bringing up 5 children after her husband's death. Difficult to be in your brother-in-law's house. If you don't have money, you don't have your husband to protect you. 5 stalwart children. 5 children. All of them brilliant and all of them star-crossed. She comes and stands in the court of Bhishma. Bhishma is looking at her. You're the daughter-in-law of the family. You don't have to request. It's by right. But you know what right means. Roti kapda makan. That's all. You just get your sustenance, nothing else. Bhima says, look at Duryodhana, he has so much to eat. They don't give me much to eat. He has a different lunch, I have a different lunch. He has nice clothes to wear, I don't have. And she will say, don't worry. One day you'll inherit your father's property and you'll also have lot of lunch, lot of things to eat. That is how she brings them up. Towards the end, when Krishna is leaving, Mother Kunti says, Dwarkadish, Jai Jai Dwarkadish. प्रभु जय जय द्वारकाधीश तन मन धन सब तुझको समर्पण तन मन धन सब तुझको समर्पण मांगे हैं आशीष जय जय द्वारकाधीश जय जय द्वारकाधीश
प्रभु जय जय द्वारकाधीश।
तन मन धन सब तुझको समर्पण,
तन मन धन सब तुझको समर्पण।
मांगे हैं आशीष प्रभु जय जय। When the Bansal family got Katha done in Dwarka, I was sitting before Dwarkadish for the main Aarti. They gave me a very special place to sit. And as the Aarti was going on, I got this song. I'll sing it for you when we come to Rukmini Vivaha and Sudama Charitra, because the next two verses are about that. Always remember gratitude. There's a book on gratitude, no? Gratitude, there's a bestseller on gratitude. One thing we forget is to say thank you. Take your counter. Vaisab gave me a counter. Take your counter and say, thank you, Krishna, thank you, Krishna, thank you, Krishna, thank you. Do it digitally, do it mechanically, do it heartlessly, do it soullessly, but you'll find an answer for that. 108 times every day, just say thank you, Krishna. The Lord wants thank you. We have never said thank you to Him. That's why we are so sad. What I did not get, what my neighbor got, that is more important. That is the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. From rags to riches, the ashram has grown. So I thank him every day. And Dubai has been the center of help. The first help came from Govind Sajnaniji. I came here and Krishna Kumarji said, one gentleman wants to meet you. Nice, plump gentleman came and said, Didi. I said, yes. Mandir banaogi? I said, हाँ, क्यों बनाना है? मैं मर जाऊंगा ना, कोई दीपक नहीं जलाएगा. I've got 3 daughters. Nobody will light a lamp. तू जलाएगी मेरे लिए. I said, sorry, I didn't know you were so serious. My engineer had quoted 3 lakhs rupees. I'm talking of 1990. He takes a draft for 3 lakhs of rupees and gives it to me. That is how the mandir, how can I forget Dubai? The second was the Mankani family, which built the first elders' home. Shambhai Mankani was there. This is how gratitude has become a part of my system, I can't help. That's why I keep thanking people like Sunil Bhai, Guru Prabhu, Mahesh Prabhu, consistently, Umesh Bhai, Sharad Bhai. Every time I come to Dubai, you have been helping the ashram. I can't forget it. Where did you learn it? From the Mahabharata, from Kunti. She's telling Krishna, wait, I have to offer a vote of thanks. Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Pragrade Param Alaksham Sarvabhutanam Antarpahir Avastitam. She's speaking like a saint. You are inside, you are outside. I bow down to you. Although you come in different avatars, in different veshas, in different forms, we know who you are. I bow down to Devaki, I bow down to Vasudeva, I bow down to Nanda Baba, I bow down to Yashoda. The Lord says, I am neither this one's son nor that one's son. I am Ananta Padmanabha Swami. I am Narayana. Namo Pankajanabhaya, Namo Pankajamaline, Namo Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangre. What do you want? I want to give you a gift. There are some people who give you a gift when you arrive. There are some people who give you a gift when they are departing. So he says, I'm departing now. I want to give you a gift. Give me problems, Krishna. Oh no. Technician brothers, is the mic working? Is she asking for sukha or dukkha? Dukkha, Swami, dukkha. After the virus, how many people are praying? Those who never prayed also are praying. Bhagwan bachaye, Allah bachaye. All of us are saying, oh God, in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. Everybody's praying. Everybody. You remember God when? Arta Vishanna Shitilacha Bhita Ghoreshu cha Vyadhishu Vartamana Sankirtya Narayana Shabda Matram Vimukta Dukkha Sukino Bhavanti. You think of the Lord. So she is very clever. I think all bhaktas are clever. The Lord is Buddhu. He doesn't know. They are trapping him. How? Vipadasantuna Shashvatu Tatra Tatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yatsyat Apunar Bhava Darshanam. Give me problems. When I have a problem, I'll think of you. Govinda, 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 Govinda. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Krishna Vasudeva, Hare Paramatmane, Pranata Kleshanashaya, Govindaya, Namo Namaha. That is the time, Pranata Kleshanashaya. Only when there is Klesha, you think of him. Then, when you come, I will not come back into the world again. My problems will be solved. Krishna says, may that be so. May my mind enter you as the river enters the ocean. Long back a song came to me. मैं सागर से मिलने चली, मेरा नाम तो नदियाँ है। मैं सागर से मिलने चली, मेरा नाम तो नदियाँ है। आनंद को ढूंढने चली, मेरा नाम तो दुखिया है।
बिहारी की
हरे कृष्ण मुरारी,
आरती कुंज बिहारी की
हरे कृष्ण मुरारी।
गगन समय अंग कांति काली, राधिका चमक रही आली। लटन में खाड़े वनमाली, भ्रमर की अलग कस्तूरी तिलक। चंद्र की झलक ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारी की।
हरे कृष्ण मुरारी,
आरती कुंज बिहारी की
हरे कृष्ण मुरारी।
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव
त्वमेव बन्धुश्च
च सखा
त्वमेव विद्या
द्रविणं
त्वमेव सर्वं।
मम देवदेव
कायेन वाचा
मनसेन्द्रियेण
बुद्ध्यात्मना वा
प्रकृते
करोमि यद्यत्
सकलं परस्मै
नारायणायेति नारायणायेति।
समर्पयामि।
विना वेङ्कटेशं ननातो ननाथः, सदा वेङ्कटेशं स्मरामि स्मरामि। हरे वेङ्कटेश प्रसीद प्रसीद, प्रियं वेङ्कटेश प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ। अज्ञानिना मया दोषान् शेषान् विहितान् हरे, क्षमस्वत्वं क्षमस्वत्वं शेषशैलशिखामणे। श्रियकान्ताय कल्याणनिधये निधयेऽर्थिनां, श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलं। मङ्गलाशासनपरैर्मदाचार्यपुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्यै सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम्। God willing, we meet tomorrow again between 6:30 and 9. Kindly take prasadam from me.
गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है। गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है। श्री बाके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है। श्री बाके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है। गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है। गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है। श्री बाके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है। श्री बाके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है। गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है। गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है। श्री बाके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है। श्री बाके बिहारी नंदलाल